Reliquary shrine was attributed to Jean Théoul and is estimated to be made between the years 1325 and 1350. Its original location was in Paris, and they believe that because it was heavily inspired by Gothic architecture that would have been popular in that location at that time. This object was logged in the inventory of Poor Clares of the Order of St. Francis at Buda in the 18th century. This convent was founded by Queen Elizabeth of Hungary in 1334. It is believed that this object was a gift from the Queen to the monastery. The imagery of the reliquary is typical for those focusing on Mary. Mary is seated in the center of the composition, nursing the Christ child between two angels holding boxes containing the relics. The Virgin in this position is evoking the image of Theotokos, emphasizing her significance as the mother of Christ. When the Virgin is enthroned in this manner, she also evokes the concept of ecclesia, the personification of the Church and the bride of Christ. The design of this reliquary is like a Gothic cathedral, focusing on the repetition of the number 3. The wings are divided into thirds, with each third containing 3 enamel scenes. The central body has 3 peaks, and there are 3 parts to the reliquary. The wings mirror the look of stained glass and show scenes from the life of Mary and the Christ child. The positioning of Mary between the angels evokes the image of power as well. This formation mimicked those of official retinue, making the angels appear as royal guards for both Mary and the Christ child. The importance of Mary as a figure in the church can be seen in the Akthos Tos hymn. The first verse reads, "Hail, O you, through whom joy will shine forth. Hail, O you, through whom the curse will disappear. Hail, O restoration of the fallen Adam. Hail, O redemption of the tears of Eve. Hail, O peak above the reach of human thought. Hail, O depth even beyond the sight of angels. Hail, you who have become a kingly throne. Hail, you who carry him who carries all. Hail, O star, who manifests the sun. Hail, O womb of the divine incarnation. Hail, O you, through whom creation is renewed. Hail, O you, through whom the Creator becomes a babe. Hail, O bride and maiden ever pure." In the eyes of the Church, Mary's role as the Mother of Christ made her one of the most venerated saints. This diptych with the coronation of the Virgin in the Last Judgment shows the Virgin being crowned Queen of Heaven alongside Christ as the King on the left, again evoking the image of ecclesia. The bottom of this left panel shows the figures ascending into heaven through the guidance of an angel. This puts Mary in the position of Porta Coeli, the gate for the elect to enter heaven. Mary is seen as the great mediator between the earth and the heavens because she is fully human but still viewed as pure and divine. The Shrine of the Virgin was made in the early 14th century. It belongs to a category of objects called Vierge Ouvrante, or the Opening Virgin. These objects show how the Virgin enthroned, nursing Christ on the outside. Then it is open to reveal the Holy Trinity and various scenes from the life of Mary or Christ on the inner wings. These objects exemplify Mary as the gate for Christ to enter the world, as well as for the world to enter heaven, the idea of Porta Mundi and Porta Coeli. When the Shrine of the Virgin is closed, the pose of Mary is very similar to her pose in the Reliquary Shrine. The bust of the Virgin is the remaining piece of a large terracotta sculpture. Terracotta was used for common household goods as well as fine arts. The modeling of the clay shown here is indicative of a high level of skill and care. The rest of this bust likely showed the Virgin standing or enthroned with the Christ child. Her large crown and finely detailed clothing highlight her significance in the church and the role as royalty in heaven. The enthroned Virgin statue depicts Mary seated on a throne wearing a crown. Her expression is tender and matronly, looking out to the viewer and slightly down. Her hands were sculpted separately, likely holding a sculpture of the Christ child. This depiction of the Virgin emphasizes her regality as Queen of Heaven. Relics like this one depicting the Virgin Mary were popular among women in positions of political power and were often given as gifts to one another. In the Middle Ages, women were not allowed to hold liturgical positions or form their own interpretations of biblical texts, so devotional items became a key pathway for women to worship. Their role was to be an educator for their children, teaching them the Psalms and biblical narratives. Devotional items such as icons and reliquaries were used to help women teach their children and focus on their own devotional practice. The figure of Mary gave women position in the Christian body due to their importance as her role of the Mother of God and their role as the mother of the children.